Dobro Jutro, Divine Pisces 222. It is Thursday, November 21st, 2019. Do an energy check-in for the Twin Flames today. First card out we've got is Uranus. So, still a little bit of control issues with the twins right now. Both twins are having issues releasing control of the connection, of the ending of cycles, having trouble releasing expectations of themselves and one another right now. Both twins kind of feeling a missed opportunity here, which is interesting because they always talk about divine timing and how everything happens the way that it should. So this underlying regret or resentment or whatever is happening here is completely superfluous, okay? Because everything happens the way that it should. So both twins right now really needing to release control and expectations right now, and kind of go with the flow. I feel a lot of impatience, a lot of anxiety, again, kind of this feeling of running out of time, which, you know, again, time doesn't really exist, right? Still some awakenings happening right now. I feel like a lot of downloads coming through, a lot of mirroring, a lot of emotions coming through, a lot of triggers, probably feeling the pull very strongly today, and keep in mind it's mirrored, okay? So if you're feeling it, so is your counterpart. And I do feel, again, Divine Masculine really trying to figure out how to navigate what's going on, trying to figure out his emotions and what to do with them, okay? Because, like, right now, still internalizing a lot. Still internalizing. And having a really hard time, again, releasing anxiety, fear, doubt, that sort of thing. And yeah, a lot of twins very much in their heads today. I feel like a lot of contemplation happening right now, which isn't really surprising. We're coming into Sagittarius season. Sagittarius, as you know, usually is represented as the philosopher, you know, the one who sits around and analyzes life's mysteries and whatnot, right? So I feel like a lot of twins in their heads today, especially about the connection itself, but I do feel some, you know, contemplating about the karmic situation, about what to release, what needs to be released, how to release, and how to move forward. And again, I would recommend a chakra hit for throat chakra, because still not whole truths being told right now, if any truths whatsoever. Sexual energy coming in very strong today, of course. Right, I do feel some twins definitely have their boundaries set, have their shields up, you know, trying to guard against the triggers. They're still triggering, absolutely, going back and forth right now. I want to do a sacral chakra hit. Solar plexus, sacral chakra, and throat chakra are being highlighted right now. Okay, so I do feel Divine Masculine definitely has his shield up right now. Still trying to figure out what to do with these triggers, trying to figure out what to do with this you know, surge of emotions that are coming through, because, you know, they don't deal with them well whatsoever. And they're definitely not telling the whole truth. Okay, so the moon coming out again. There's still some deception in these connections. Some self-deception, but not so much right now. It's more of a conscious deception here to those around them and to their counterpart. Now, this is going both ways. I don't feel this is just Divine Masculine right now, okay? There's a lot of darkness that's being hidden right now. There are a lot of truths being hidden. There's a lot of illusions still left in some of these connections. Which, again, I mean, I've said this before, but I do feel some towers absolutely coming, if they haven't hit yet. Okay, so keep that in mind. Don't fear the towers. Okay, don't fear the towers. Towers always bring something that needs to happen, or ends something that needs to end, so you shouldn't fear the Towers whatsoever. So Divine Masculine, yeah, Divine Masculine today, again, having a hard time kind of going with the flow. Absolutely. A lot of them really, again, lost inside their heads trying to figure out the truth, not really quite sure what to do with this. A lot of anxiety. I feel like at this point it's almost like, you know, a chess game sitting in check waiting for a checkmate. It's almost like, well, I mean, we talked about this before. Divine Feminine leads, right? So Divine Masculine makes strides when Divine Feminine makes strides. So it's like Divine Masculine's waiting and watching and seeing what Divine Feminine is going to do first, right? He's waiting. Waiting and watching, seeing what Divine Feminine is going to do first as regards specifically the connection, okay? Of course, you know, Two of Cups. It's the twin flame right there. And the Divine in the middle, okay? And then here you have your emotions, your healing, your past life karma, what have you, okay? So these connections definitely are being divinely guided right now, so keep that in mind, okay? You may be, Divine Masculine, I do feel, is getting downloads, possibly dreams about past lives, and actually I'm getting Divine Masculine may actually be getting like visions or flashes of memories that aren't his. They're actually Divine Feminines. Which, I mean, that's happened to me before. I've gotten memories that weren't mine. Especially during, like, I mean, during Divine Truth again. Especially during, like, meditation and things like that, doing, like, inner child work. A lot of stuff can be revealed when you do inner child work, okay? So Divine Masculine, yep. Divine Masculine, still understanding the uneven exchange that's been happening here. Not just in his situation, obviously, you know, there's been some uneven exchanges in karmic situations and whatnot, and they're recognizing that. They don't like it. They're trying to balance that out. They're trying to get their crap together so that they can fix whatever's happening here. But also an uneven exchange with Divine Feminine, okay? And this has gone back and forth for quite a while. Okay, Divine Masculine draining Divine Feminine. And Divine Feminine, you know, you really need to back off. Like, Divine Feminine, when you focus on yourself and you focus on your work, you do better. And you know that. So, you know, stop. Whatever you're doing, just stop. Okay, because there is judgment coming. Again, there are towers coming for Divine Masculine. If they haven't hit already, starting to see, starting to understand. There's a death of cycles absolutely coming here. And there are cycles that, and people in these cycles and situations that are having a really hard time letting go. And they're having a hard time letting go of them. Okay, it's just a process. Okay, but it's being divinely guided right now. These lessons are in progress. Okay, it's all a learning process, right? And what is it doing? It's bringing you closer to the truth. And, of course, you got the snake here, which usually to me represents the Kundalini awakening. So I do feel a lot of Divine Masculine is actually going through Kundalini awakening right now. Okay, so keep that in mind. And what is it doing? It's bringing them closer to the truth. Okay, so that they can stand in their Emperor power a little bit more, and they can see the light, and they can move forward for their highest good, whatever that decision may be. And a lot of them do have some decisions that need to be made. But a lot of them are really afraid to make some decisions. They're afraid to disappoint people. So right now it's like they're just kind of laying down their sword. They're hiding their truth from those around them right now. Because they don't want to make waves. They don't want to hurt anybody. But again, at the same time, they're just sitting there hurting themselves, right? So feeling very immature in their truth, right? They're trying to get here. But right now, Divine Masculine is here. It's just a page. Okay? He knows the truth. He's bearing the truth. He's holding the truth. He's clutching the truth. He's very protective of the truth. But he's not speaking it. Why? Toxicity, codependency, addiction, obsession, anger, fear, depression, karmic cycle. Okay. Now this could be a third party, this could be a person, it could be a job, it could be an addiction, it could be whatever. Okay, so keep that in mind. It could actually be a cycle with Divine Feminine that he's trying to break. Okay, so right now it's like really stepping back and evaluating past decisions and behaviors and things like that that he knows are no bueno, right? And he's trying to fix it. He's trying to fix it. Right. So I do feel third eye definitely opening up here. I do feel a lot of downloads still. Absolutely a lot of downloads. But it's like Divine Masculine, you know, I feel like Divine Masculine's been getting downloads for a long time. They probably just like shrugged them off like, you know, it's whatever, this is dumb. But now it's like the third eye is really opening up and they're really starting to understand what's happening here. Yep. Right. And so they're trying to plant seeds for the future, for their own happiness, which is what is exactly what they're supposed to do. You know, they need to make choices for their highest good, okay? So keep that in mind, Divine Feminine, all right? Whatever decision that is, right? They need to make decisions for their own highest good. They need to nurture themselves right now. They've been in an energy where they've been feeling rejected. They've been feeling used. I'm getting the word leeching, you know, they feel codependent, but they want to stand in their power, right? And so Divine Masculine, you know, I do feel again is kind of going back and forth in this feminine energy, you know, learning to nurture themselves, learning to embrace their spiritual side, open up that third eye, you know, so that they can see what they need to do to plant those seeds for the future, for their happiness, for their highest good, regardless of what anyone else thinks. Okay? So, you know, and this actually is really good because Divine Feminine understands this. And Divine Feminine goes back and forth too, you know. Sometimes we think something's for our highest good and it's not. Okay, and so what does the universe do? Puts a wedge. It puts a wedge. It throws in a kink. It throws in, you know, a wrench into the wheel, so to speak, right? And it makes you pause and go, this isn't for my highest good. I need to focus on something else. So if there's a third party situation, if there's a codependent situation, you know, karmic situation, I'm getting parents here as well. You know, that's very toxic. It's not for their highest good. Something needs to change. Something needs to give. And they know that. They're recognizing that. They're recognizing that, right? And what's happening? Inner conflict. A lot of inner conflict, guys. So they probably have their shields up right now. They're very, very triggered. They may have said something or done something that triggered you, and it's going back and forth because you're mirroring all the time. Okay? So they may have their shields up. They may be very quiet because, again, they're trying to figure stuff out. Alright, so just leave them be. Let them do their thing. Alright, let's take a look at Divine Feminine. Okay. Alrighty. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So Divine Feminine kind of weighed down by her triggers right now, too, actually. Okay, I know that some of you received communication recently. I do feel some of you are triggered by some communication. You may have received some news. You may have received some information about something that's triggered you and has made you feel like you can't handle it. Okay? Now this could have come from your counterpart. It could have come from a mutual person. It could have come from family. It could have come from social media. Whatever. So Divine Feminine feeling very trapped in her trigger right now. I do feel a lot of stuff has come to light here. That was unexpected and triggering. Right? And so Divine Feminine's kind of in this energy of, do I walk away from the connection or not? Pisces. Do I walk away from the connection? You know, in light of these things. What do I walk away from now? Okay? Divine Feminine, I feel like a lot of Divine Feminines have been trying to close some cycles and some karmic situations. Clear out past life karma and that sort of thing, and just kind of like waist deep in this energy here of walking away, walking away, walking away. And a lot more truth is being revealed, but also darkness is being revealed at the same time. And so now it's like she's in this energy of, well, what do I do now? What do I do now? What action do I need to take now? Well, I can tell you right now, you need to return your focus to yourself. Okay? If you need to ask the divine for help, ask the divine for help. Okay? Ask the divine to show you a sign. Where do you need to go? Okay? Because it does feel like a very confusing energy here. Definitely a lot of triggers happening right now. And Divine Feminine, I do feel Divine Feminine is trying to stand in her truth right now. Excuse me. But there's also a block. Divine Feminine also has her shield up. Protecting herself from anything that may come in. And it's really easy to be in the swords energy, where you're just standoffish. You're afraid to speak because if you do speak, you may say something you regret. That sort of thing. Alright? So keep that in mind. But try not to be so closed off, guys, that you miss something from spirit. Okay? Especially if you're asking for a sign, if you're asking for help. You don't want to close yourself off to the answer. Right? Because you'll miss the answer. Right? But a lot of Divine Feminines returning their focus to themselves, to their foundation, to their karmic situation, and that's what you're supposed to do, right? If you're stuck in a situation that you need to get out, focus on that. Focus on you. Focus on ending any codependent cycles that you may be in as well. I'm getting some of you are financially codependent. Some of you feel like you've put a lot of effort into something, and you're waiting for it to pay off. Okay, hard work is getting your hard work is paying off. Okay, things will be revealed to you more and more and more. Things will come to you for your mission. Okay, you're not alone. You are being guided. Okay, I went ahead and pulled some messages. So. Sorry guys, my throat hurts today, so I can't really talk that loud. A lot of deception, guys. Sexual energy. And that's been going on for a while. Alright. Let's see. Let's get some advice from source. Yeah. Yeah. What do you need to release? Control. Fear. Anger. Resentment. Regret. Release it. Release control. Yeah, don't let your past hold you back. Stop. Stop dwelling on the past. Don't hold on to resentment, guys. Don't. I always tell myself I have no regrets. I really don't. I have no regrets. And I try to stay in that energy as much as possible. Because I really don't regret anything. Yeah. Hard work's paying off, guys. See? So, and of course we got Libra coming in here. So, inner balance happening absolutely across the board. I do feel that. Yeah, new start is coming. Now, this may be with your twin. This could be with a karmic cycle. This could be with your mission. Could be with your job. What have you. Okay, but a new start is coming. Okay? You have to let a cycle end before a new start can begin first. Okay? Emotions are definitely running high. Probably feeling this in the air. A lot of emotions going through the ether right now, okay? And yes, see? Conclusions are within reach, guys. You're not that far off from achieving your goal, okay? Now, if your goal is union, I'm going to rethink that. But inner union, absolutely. Balance, inner balance, absolutely. Finding that inner peace, your mission, whatever it is you're working on, okay? But yeah, you have to release the negativity, guys. You got to release it. You can't hold on to it. It doesn't do you any good. Definitely not. Okay, so definitely want to release that. Okay? Alright, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining me. If this has resonated, please like, share, subscribe, and I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.